That's the end of the podcast, guys. I'm just kidding. Oh man. Hello. Welcome to episode 272 of the Super Weapon Podcast, most overpowered podcast on the internet. It's your boy Darius the Artist, and as always, got my co-host DC here with me today.
Hey guys, let me tell you something, guys. In our great community of ours, we have a brand new Arthur in the chat. Hold on, let's do it.
Oh yeah, we gotta give him a shout out.
Here it is. My brother just dropped his first book, guys. Here it is.
Hold on, we gotta get the round of applause back. 1 second.
Everybody clap it up for GQ Jarhead in the chat. Everybody clap it up for GQ Jarhead in the chat.
Drop this first book. Make sure you guys support that book, man.
$20 on Amazon, and the proceeds will be going to scholarships for the youth, baby. Yes. Scholarships for the youth. So we just had to get that out there.
Shout out to Ray, man. It's a major accomplishment writing a book, man. It's not as easy as people think it is. I think you just need a story and that's it. It's a lot. I'm sure, he could talk about the process, but maybe we'll actually have him on one day to talk about that, man. I think that's actually
and if you're interested, cool. And if you're interested in taking a peek behind that corporate curtain, that's basically what the book is about. It's giving us a glimpse into the corporate world and how to succeed in that sector.
Yeah.
It's very interesting book. I plan on reading it today. I only got like a couple of pages. I just want to lock in and just because it's a good read. It's a short read. It can be read in a couple of days, a day, if you're just one of those speed reading types. Me, I like to kind of comprehend, so I like to take my time with it and highlight stuff and look stuff up. And then since it's my brother, I'll probably be like texting him like, yo, what the fuck did you mean by this? But it's a good read.
What's the name of the book for our audio listeners?
It's called, let's bring it back. The Invisible Path. The Invisible Path.
I love that cover too, man. That cover is actually pretty fire.
Insight from technology executives.
So if you guys are interested,
on Amazon, $20. And you'll be supporting a good cause because parts of the proceeds will go to scholarships for those who are looking to be computer engineers and things of that nature. So yeah, good job, brother. I finally can be proud of you for something for once. Jesus Christ, man. I thought you were going to be a failure. Yeah. Look at this guy. He's winning.
We'll make sure to put the link in the podcast descriptions for our audio listeners if you guys are interested in checking it out. Like you said, it's going to go to a good cause, man. So please make sure you guys support Ray. He does a lot of behind the scenes things for not just the Black community, but tech in general. I mean, he's done a lot for a long time. So we always try to support, man. It's very, very important. So 100% goes to scholarships, he says.
Ooh, 100%.
Yeah.
This guy.
So
look at this guy.
He's taking no money from the proceeds. It's all going to scholarships for kids. So very important, very awesome, man. That's
actually
great.
I think he's trying to get in heaven. And he's trying to make right by his seedy past. But hey, we're here to support. Either way it goes. His shady past. He's trying to do right by his shady past. But yeah, I'm definitely proud of that, man. It's like awesome. You said, that's not a small feat, man. It's not a small feat to get that together. And then the stuff that my brother was telling me behind the scenes to get it done. It's pretty dope and inspiring, man. So hopefully that inspires some of you out there today, man, as we jump into, wait a minute, what the hell are we talking about today? Oh, we're going to wrap up
pretty much all of the showcases.
Extravaganza of games, right?
Yeah, I figured, I coined this the best of the rest. Like I mentioned, if you guys missed our special episode from Tuesday, we kind of talked about, I believe it was mostly Xbox. Yeah, it was mostly Xbox conversation about their showcase. And today I figured we would focus on the rest of the showcases, just like things we're excited about. Once again, there's far too many to cover every single game. And I honestly feel like every game deserves some sort of consideration, whether it's, interesting to you or not. But as is tradition, me and DC will talk about the things we're most interested in here today. I feel like we got a couple of interesting ones. I definitely do. And I think, like I said, man, I think game releases are in a good place. There's something coming up for everyone over the next, honestly, I would probably say the next 2 years. Because I don't think I don't think everything's coming out next year. That'd be insane. But I figured we kick it off with something, man, that I have to say, I was surprised, but at the same time, I'm not, because Capcom has just been doing such a great job with their remakes. And I've been talking about Capcom. We've been talking about Capcom for a couple of years now, how well that they've pulled themselves out of the gutter, man, about 10 years ago, and they really know what their fans want. And the first game I definitely wanted to talk about today is Resident Evil Veronica, which is a remake of Code Veronica. And I think, and the reason why I wanted to bring this up, because me and one of my coworkers were talking about this game a couple of months ago, because he's a big Resident Evil fan like me. He actually, Code Veronica is his favorite entry into the series.
Really?
Yeah. And we figured this was gonna happen eventually, especially with them remaking the first 3 games and the first 4 games. It seemed like Veronica was kind of just the next step. It was either going to be, in my mind, it was either going to be this or it was going to be Resident Evil 0. And I think Veronica is pretty significant in terms of story when it comes to Claire Redfield, because we haven't seen her really in the games. I think the last, outside of Resident Evil 2 remake, she kind of disappeared for a little while, but she's definitely the main focus of this game. So for all of you Leon fans out there, unfortunately, he takes a back seat for this game. But you just got Resident Evil 9, so don't be too sad. But I think this game is pretty significant in terms of story, because this takes place 3 months, if I remember right, after Resident Evil 2, where she's searching for Chris Redfield. He's kind of gone undercover at Umbrella's facility in Paris. I don't want to reveal too much of the story if people have never played it, but this is definitely high on my list of games, man. Like I keep saying that Capcom is just doing such a fantastic job with their releases. And I mean, this game looks absolutely stunning. Like I figured, it took me a while to figure out what this was, just from the way that the trailer starts out. I thought it was just a horror game. I didn't think it was anything other than that until we started getting little hints. Some of the cigarettes that Chris likes to smoke, some other little nods to the series here or there before they reveal that it's Claire. But I mean, I have no reason to think this is going to be anything other than outstanding. I don't remember if this got a release date. I know it comes out next year, but I don't think it got a hard release date. Let me see real quick.
Would you attack me if I said I had a very boring time with this game?
No. I mean, I know you haven't played a lot of Resident Evil, so.
No, I played Code Veronica all the way through. I just think if I recall correctly, I don't think I really enjoyed this game that much.
I mean, that's definitely fair, because some of it kind of moves away from some traditional Resident Evil gameplay elements in the original. But
let me see.
I feel as though Capcom's going to do a good job modernizing some of those pain points that some members of the community had. I think this is actually going to be really good. We're eventually going to see our boy Albert Wesker make a reappearance at some point. You get some more information about the Ashford family. Like I said, if you guys are interested in Resident Evil lore, like, I'm very curious how they're going to change this game to modernize it, because I think they did a really good job while also keeping like the identity of the originals, like they did, like I said, with the first 4 remakes. I know they removed some content from 4 that some people were sad about, but I still think that game was that game was pretty incredible. And like I said, Capcom hasn't given me a reason not to believe in them. So yeah, the lore is definitely worth looking into, man. Like, and Resident Evil the story and the lore isn't hard to follow. I'll say that. I know sometimes video game lore gets pretty convoluted, but Veronica is probably gonna be. If you guys have played the other games, you'll know what's going on with this one.
It was Veronica. I just looked it up. I looked at some gameplay from the original.
Yep.
It was.
You get stuck on Rockford Island.
But you know what? this did come out in 2000, I just think you mature and you grow up. I think my experience with the game would be a lot different now. Because around that time in my life, I just think I was just damn near a ball and shooter, bro. Like I think I was just playing shooters and sports games around that time. I wasn't well versed or cultured. I used to watch my cousin play all the Resident Evil games. That was kind of his bag. But yeah, I remember just playing Veronica, and I just played through it because it got to the point where it's like, okay, I'm this far in the game, might as well beat it.
Yeah.
But I would love to kind of revisit it and see how I feel now. Like I said, that was 2000 when Veronica came out.
Veronica's a very old game, yeah.
Yeah. And then I think a lot of it have to do, now that I'm looking at like old videos of it, I think a lot of the movement too is what was killing me.
That was something I was gonna bring up. Like some of the more
the older Resident Evils,
yeah,
you walk forward,
this was
stop,
like,
turn.
People really enjoy the story of this, and I'm the same way. But some of the gameplay element is pretty bad. Like one of my biggest criticisms of the original game was you did a lot of backtracking between areas, and
go back and get this key.
Yeah, like you would have to go through, multiple areas to get something that you would need, and turn around and go all the way back. Like it was pretty obnoxious sometimes. Yeah, the tank controls. Yeah, the infamous tank controls. Yes, man, it was very bad. But I have hope that, and then too, like sometimes you would run into boss fights and you weren't. The game, you know how games will do a thing where they like, you're coming up to a big arena, or
they'll give you some ammo,
a cutscene or something that will indicate you're going into a boss fight. Veronica does not do that very well, in my opinion. You might be underprepared.
Towards the end.
Yes, and then oh my gosh, the gameplay difficulty ramps up rapidly.
Yeah,
it's with certain enemies in this game, like the what are called, Bandersnatches, if I remember right, the mutants with the stretchy arms. Like it was just
oh my god, that sounds like a freak.
Yeah, it was bad, man. But like I said, I have faith that Capcom will modernize, and I feel like they know what they're doing at this point. Like the Resident Evil developers,
they picked it for a reason. I feel like
I agree.
I feel like they picked it for a reason. They felt like maybe they felt like it was some things they could have tuned up, and you know what I'm saying? They probably looked at it like, yo, this was good for the time, but we can make this amazing. So I'm definitely, believe it or not, I am a Resident Evil fan. I half-assed it a lot, like the last couple of Resident Evils. I play just enough, but then I usually like just don't finish it, probably because I'm just a half-asser. Like I just can't finish games to save my life. I'm okay with being, just call me Mr. Half-Ass, bro, because I'm gonna get to the middle of that game and then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna come back to this.
I think I'm gonna play something else. Yeah.
Yeah, then I started playing Forza, then I get lost, and then I never come back. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing, just like you said, Capcom has just been they've been on a run. They've been on a damn run for the last couple of years. Hell, I want to say, shit, we could probably throw a decade.
Yeah, if I was gonna say the last decade or so, Capcom has really been doing great, man.
Yeah, they don't miss. They've been putting out very good material and adding to that lineup of games that they have. Because what was it? Just that game that just came out that was a hit. With the little girl and the
oh my gosh, I know what you're talking about. Pragmata. Yeah,
that they dropped that, and that was a hit, and that's a whole new IP. So, and this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about with Xbox. Hey, y'all gotta drop them new IPs. That's fire, baby. Ass to seats. But yeah, I want to see what they're gonna do. Let's get that out here. Let's get Code Veronica, and they didn't give us a date, huh?
No, it just says 2027. But if I had to guess, just based off of their recent release cadences with Resident Evil, I suspect we'll see this in the first half of the year. It seems like it does really well for them. If I had to guess, I would say this game is probably going to drop in March. Because Resident Evil 4 dropped in March. I know 7 and 9 dropped in February. So I would say between February and March is when we'll probably see this. And I think that's a good release time. Even though February is starting to kind of become November for game releases, you know, I could see them wanting to, you know, they're pretty smart about their release drops, man. And, you know, I can only imagine the next game after this is going to be Resident Evil 5. They're probably going to remake that at some point. I could see that coming out in 28 or 29. It just makes sense because I don't want to say it's like a direct sequel to Veronica, but it seems like they want to give Chris and Claire some more spotlight, you know, with the recent focuses on Leon and I forget the guy who played in the main character from 7, but, you know, I imagine that's what we'll get. We'll probably get Resident Evil 5 remake. We'll probably get this game, an announcement for whatever Resident Evil 10 is going to be, and then maybe Resident Evil 5 remake is what I'm imagining that they're thinking. So
I just had a flashback.
What's that?
I just had a flashback. One of the worst fights, and this is why I hated this game. When you were fighting old boy on the plane, the cargo plane. You remember that?
Yes, that fight sucked.
You were in this small ass room. You was in this small cargo plane. Pretty much you running in a circle, and then you had to hit him with the crates. Like you had to. Oh my God, it was so stupid. Please look that up.
I was gonna say if I can find it real quick.
Jesus Christ, put like cargo plane boss battle Code Veronica. That shit was awful, bro.
Yeah, this game was definitely you're fighting this big dude, this the tyrant, the plane tyrant.
That's it, right? Wait, right there. Click up. No, above it. Was that a short?
Yeah, it's just a short.
This is it. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey yo, fuck this game, man.
Yeah, I can imagine they're gonna do
boss battles in it was ridiculous, and this was.
Yeah, this game was not easy, man. As you can see how well they're gonna do with their remakes. Like this game did not age well visually or gameplay wise, in my opinion. But I got faith, man. I'm excited to see this. I think this is I'm sure gonna sell well, as all the Resident Evils have. Like I said, Capcom they know their shit, man. So yeah, that was the first one I definitely wanted to talk about that we didn't get to the last couple episodes. I think this game's gonna be. I mean, look at she just has a knife. Like, what are you supposed to do here? But anyway, what you got for me, man? What's something that you?
I got a good one that we didn't see nothing from.
Okay.
I'm just going off the strength of the lore. We're gonna go with The Last Ronin.
Yes, I did want to talk about this. Yeah, I wish we could have gotten some gameplay or something, man. But at least
are we going Wolverine violent with this, or where are we going? Because we're talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles here, right? But what people don't understand, like your casual fan don't understand that TMNT is very dark. It can be very, very dark. If you read some of the comics, it get a little crazy. And this is pretty much crazy.
Yeah.
If you know the story here, all the turtles are dead except for Raphael.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, damn it. Sorry. But you guys are going to find out anyway.
Yeah, spoilers, but yeah. If you guys
I will tell you this. I won't tell you how they died. I won't tell you this, but it's very, very sad. Oh, they don't know who the last Ronin is? I thought it was Ralph.
No, he meant like I think just like the average person doesn't know. They reveal it. They reveal it in the comics. Yeah, they tell you who in the comics. Yeah.
I won't say nothing else. Look, check this out. Go get a PDF. You could buy it on Amazon. Very, very good story. It's very dark and it's very sad. It's not like the turtles that you see on TV. The cutesy shit that you see on Disney Plus or wherever the hell they put it, it's nothing like that. Turtles is very, very dark. But with that being said, there's a lot of mystery to this that I want to see. Like, I want to see and know, like, I want to know how the game is going to play.
Yeah.
What angles are they going to take? Are they going to go the Wolverine kind of rated mature, like crazy route? Will it be a milder, more mainstream version of the story? or like what are we going to get? I want to see some gameplay.
Have to, man. I would feel like that they're doing a disservice to the story itself if they censor some things. Like, I just feel like this game or this story needs to be told faithfully just because of how well it was received. And there's even a sequel to it that continues the story. I'm not going to say anything like what happens, towards the end of Last Ronin, but I thought this was a pretty good take on where the future of because there's always been this, like you mentioned, this adult themed violence to the turtles, and even in like some of the movies and shows, you can kind of feel some of the darker undertones to it, and how the turtles never feel like they were always winning overwhelmingly against their enemies. It always kind of felt like a desperate struggle for survival. Mm-hmm. And I hope Platinum Games really doesn't take the route of censoring that stuff. I'm kind of curious as well. Like, I can't see this being like an open world game. I kind of see it being like a tight, focused single player. You just like how Wolverine, like you mentioned, like Wolverine isn't going to be open world. You're kind of just going to be proceeding through levels and everything. And I hope that that's the case, because I wasn't honestly. I think we talked about this last year, maybe, about some rumors that this was getting made. And it's cool to finally see it get the light of day. I mean, I don't suspect we'll see this for a very long time, considering this was just a less than a minute teaser trailer. We didn't see any gameplay or anything. This was all just kind of CG stuff here. Mm-hmm. I would imagine this is probably like a next gen title, but it's cool to see they even announced this. And I know we've talked about studios and stuff announcing things too early, but like I would try to remind people, studios will typically do this when they're trying to attract talent and or publishers or money. Like, this is a way for them to continue to fund the game. Like, even though Paramount is behind them, Paramount ain't doing so great right now. I'll just be honest. Platinum Games and stuff, like, they're a pretty well received studio. I just hope they kind of stick to landing with this and take their time. Like, I don't want this rushed out of the door or anything, but I wouldn't imagine we see this. I had to guess 2028 at the earliest. Like I said, I don't think this will be a current gen title. I imagine this will be out on PS6 and whatever Project Helix ends up being named. So, but yeah, this was actually. Yeah, I'm glad you brought this up, because especially over the last like 5-10 years, I feel like the Ninja Turtles series has kind of had a resurgence with the movies, and like some of their animated movies and the live action stuff that they did. I wasn't a really big fan of the live action stuff, but it wasn't for me. So, but I'm excited nonetheless. There, I'm right there with you, man. I think this is going to be pretty tight.
And then I think you have, if I'm not crossing my wires here, because you have the Last Ronin 2, and I want to say that's where they introduced the new 4.
Yes,
the new Turtles.
There's something, there's a reason something happens at the end of the Last Ronin, and they continue the story. That's all I'll say. I highly recommend you guys check it out, man.
And the new Turtles, there's a whole new twist on the new Turtles. Like, for example, it's like, I don't think they have weapons anymore. It's totally like martial arts, and I want to say like powers almost. Like, they have like, each one of them have a power or something like that. Like, it's weird, but to see the continuation, like, you have a whole new set of turtles, and one is actually a lady. You have a girl turtle, so that's kind of cool to mix things up. And the story is good, even though, like, because the thing is, people just have a hard time adapting to something that's different, right? And so even with these new turtles and all this new twist that they're taking with them, hopefully it's something that people embrace, and like just not stuck in nostalgia, like, oh, it's always been 4 guys and blah blah blah. I want a Michelangelo.
And the comic's actually been pretty well received, as far as I know.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that, because
like I said, I highly recommend you guys check it out.
I think the story is too good to kind of. I'm excited to see more of this, I'm excited to see the story expand with the new turtles, and it's kind of like I want to say like Casey Jones and April are raising them instead of like a Splinter per se. So I wonder if they take on like that kind of personality. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on. So I can't wait to see where this game goes. And I'm definitely going to be checking out the comics. We're going to start a book club in the Discord.
I give y'all some reading. Recommend you guys read it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, this is going to be our first read in the Discord, man. You got to. We got to talk about it. But that was my game, man.
Fantastic series, man. Shout out to Last Ronin. The next game we're gonna talk about, man. Gotta talk about Alien Isolation 2, man.
Damn it, you picked my game. Are you stoked?
So very excited for this, man. Yeah, and so is the community. A lot of people don't know, like, or remember the first game came out in 2014, so it's been quite a while since we got this sequel, and
this came out of nowhere, right? Like nobody knew this was
coming. They did like a formal announcement some point last year, the year before, that they were working on the game. Yeah, this has been known, like a known quantity. They mentioned it. This is the first time we're seeing it though, like seeing actual gameplay, getting dev interviews. And yeah, lately too, man, I've been on this Alien kick. I've been rewatching the movies. Like I'm just kind of back all into this universe. So this just kind of excites me even more. So one thing I do want to mention, you're playing a brand new protagonist. You're not playing Ellen Ripley's daughter anymore. If you guys, you should play the first game if you want to know what happens at the end. But this is like a direct sequel. And it is the same xenomorph from the first game. They say as much in the previews and everything. If you guys haven't played the first game, at the end, the alien gets ejected from this lab that was attached to the space station that you were on, and it gets found by the Weyland-Yutani Corporation, which is pretty much one of the main evil corporations in the Alien universe. They're always involved in something with the xenomorphs or the predators. It's them surveying this particular piece of space station that jettisoned off, and there's a brand new space station that you're on this planet basically being terrorized. And I'm so fucking excited for this game, man. I like the fact that we're getting outside elements to this, so you're not just inside of a space station. You're not in enclosed spaces the entire time. And that's going to be even more terrifying because you're out in the open, so it's probably going to be harder to hide from the alien itself, which I wonder if they're going to give you better ways or different ways to defend yourself when you're outside, because it looks like weather could play a potential factor, just based off of, like I said, this gameplay trailer we're watching here. It's very dark and stormy. It's kind of hard to see. So I would imagine that kind of plays into the whole horrifying nature of being tracked by this this alien. And if you guys have never played the first game, my favorite feature from the first game was the fact that the alien or the xenomorph, it gets smarter. It learns how you like to hide, where you like to hide, and it reacts faster to the flamethrower and some of the other weapons that you have to, like I said, to defend yourself. So I'm very, very, very excited for this, man. Like this has been a long time coming. I didn't honestly think we were ever going to get this game until the studio announced it. Like I said, it's been 12 years at this point since the first game came out. A very good use of AI, yes. That's a very good use of AI. When he mentioned in chat. But yeah, man, what do you think about this? I know we were talking about this a little bit before the pod. I didn't know you were such a big fan of the franchise either, which is pretty cool. So,
I love me some goddamn aliens. Let me tell you, this might be something that Ray, you might want to pick this up, man. This is a good game here. I know you kind of when it comes to games, but yeah, you might want to try this. But yeah, I played through once again. Here we go, half-assing. I played this because they had it on Game Pass. Alien Isolation, the original, not 2, of course, obviously, but the atmosphere of this game is insane. Like, if you're going to go back and play this game, get some good headphones. Make sure you play it after 11 p.m. Turn off all the lights in your house.
My guy said 11
Set the tone, set the mood, baby. Set the fucking mood, because it's going to scare the shit out of you.
Yes, this game is terrifying, man.
This game has actually had me. When I was playing it, I would pause and like take off my headphones, and I'll be looking around my house like, what the hell? Like, it make you feel like somebody's always behind you. And once you start, like, because, okay, some people say the game starts off a little slow, right? No. I love the build up. It builds up exactly how it's supposed to build up, right? Like, there's a lot of tension.
It's just like in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, it's like you start off, it's like, and oh my God, the background noises, and you're just hearing shit. And you're like, what the hell? And it's just like, dude, do yourself a favor, man. I don't know if it's still $5 on Steam, because I bought it like $5 the other day on Steam. Yeah, do yourself a favor and play part 1. It may look a little weathered, it may look a little aged, because the game is down there, what, 12 years old?
Yeah, like, I honestly played it on PC a few years ago. I think it still looks really good. I think it doesn't.
And even if it
bad.
don't,
yeah,
the graphics ain't what we worried about. Like the atmosphere and the way that the game makes you feel, I hope 2 captures all of that while adding maybe some new elements to it and stuff to kind of, because honestly, they really don't have to change much. I feel like the game was that good. And I'm still trying to figure out if I want to stream this or turn it into a YouTube series, because I definitely will start. Probably, shit, I might start playing it tonight. But yeah, part 2, man, dare I say it? Yeah, it's getting bought. Like, I'm playing part 2. I'm in there. I'm totally in there, man. Like, whenever this drops.
I was just about to say, I don't know if this one had a release date. Let me see. I should have put that.
It's about how the game makes you feel. And then look, like, even with that little radar that tells you where the aliens are, dude, when you pull that shit up and you see like 3-4 dots, but you're not seeing anything in front of you.
Yeah.
And they're in the walls or they're in the vents climbing around you. Like, bro, I don't know why part 1 of this game, I don't know what accolades it did or didn't get, but it deserved something, because yeah.
Yeah, so no official release date on this one. I would imagine we get this between in the next 2 years. I mean, because we got this gameplay demo that they showed off, and like I said, the devs are doing a bunch of interviews, so I think this game's probably pretty far along in development. I hope this comes out maybe like October next year. I think that'd be perfect, or October 2028. You know, sometime around Halloween. Yeah,
Aries season, cool, is that what they call it? No,
spooky season. Yeah, they call it spooky season. Yeah,
because people are obsessed with Halloween because they're weird. But anyway,
hey man, I was born in October. It's part of life.
Oh, so you were a spooky baby?
Fun fact: when I was a kid, I used to think that my birthday was Halloween. That's another story for another day. But yeah, between this and Aliens Fireteam Elite 2, you know, and some of the movies that are coming out and the TV show, like, Aliens is back in the mainstream 100%. So I feel like this game's going to do really well, and you know, I can't wait to see more, man. I think this is going to be awesome. So yeah, fall is the best season 100%, Winnie. Don't let anybody tell you anything different.
Hey, you know what? I used to debate that until I moved to the South. Now I completely understand why y'all say that. I'm there with you now. Y'all have converted me. I'm a believer.
Fall is the best season, man.
Fall.
Nothing like it.
The weather is perfect in fall. The weather is freaking perfect. And it looks beautiful outside.
Yeah. All right, man. What's the next game that you got?
This is another game that I half-assed. Shout out to me for never finishing a game. But I'm excited to see it come back, because I think a lot of people may have slept on this game. I would go as far as to say probably one of the best in the series. Assassin's Creed. Black Flag.
Resynced.
What is it?
Okay.
Reverb, resynced, remix, whatever the hell they want to call
it.
I think this is going to be another pickup for me, because I used to just go around and do ship battles. Not gonna lie, like I love the way that the sea moves in this game. which is crazy as it sounds. I'm a stickler for like good water. Okay, good water and good hair in a video game is kind of my thing. And the water looks amazing in this game. It looks so beautiful and clear and crispy, and it looked like you should be fishing and you should get a fish and you should eat that fish. But that's another story. Yeah, this game is on my list because I didn't think it would have been remade. It was kind of out of nowhere. I don't understand, like, out of all the Assassin's Creed, why this one? But I'm glad that they did, because once again, like I said with Code Veronica, maybe they saw something in the game that they could have improved upon, or just like kind of revamp, or you know what I'm saying? Like they probably look back at their games like, boom, okay, this one we could have did this and that. Like, how about we do a remake? Or maybe it was because of the sales. Maybe it was a fan favorite and they want to give the fans what they want. I don't know the reason why, but I'm glad that they're doing it, because if you haven't played any Assassin's Creeds, which there's a lot to choose from, I think this would be a good entry for anyone that's new to the series. I've kind of played bits and pieces of them all. Like, I think I played 2, a little bit of 3, then I want to say Odyssey. No, not Odyssey. What was the other big ass one that they had?
Is it the Vikings one you're talking
about? The Viking, yeah. The Viking one. Valhalla. I played a little bit of that. So Assassin's Creed has its own little fan base of people who love those type of games. Sometimes they could get a little meaty with the side quest and other things to do. Like, it can get a little convoluted a little bit, but I think this would be a good entry point for those who are looking to step into the world of Assassin's Creed. Look at these boat battles, man. Like, dude, I had so much fun playing those battles. I didn't even know what the hell the game was about at one point. I was just playing to go out in the ship and fight shit. But yeah, man, this is the one for me, man. This is the one. This is definitely going to be a pickup.
Yeah, I'm glad this game is. I'm glad this game's getting the notoriety that it's getting. And to answer your question, Winnie, do I think this is going to be as good as the original? I don't see why it wouldn't, because this isn't a full remake. I kind of look at this more like a remaster, just enhancing some stuff about the game itself. And me personally, this is definitely a top 3 Assassin's Creed game for me. Like, this game was absolutely phenomenal, man. And honestly, I feel like this was so well received because 3 didn't do as well. I don't want to say like sales wise, but I think just community reception wasn't as big as they wanted it to be. You know,
I think people were getting fatigued. I think people were, honestly, it was just because, remember, we was getting Assassin's Creed every year.
Yeah, it was like that for a while. I just think the story setting of 3, because me and our good friend Micah talk about these games all the time, man. I wasn't a big fan of the setting of 3. Like, the American Revolution just wasn't. It's never been something I've been super interested in history wise. And that's the main reason why I personally love these games, because you go through so many different time periods. Mm-hmm. You know, and like you mentioned, the definite highlight of this game was the ship battles, the ship mechanics, how you can hire crew members, how you can raid forts, and, you know, challenge some of those legendary ships on the seas that were very tough to actually take down. Like, if you don't upgrade your ship, it's very easy for your ship to get destroyed in certain instances. And I mean, I just think, like, the locales and everything, this game was just absolutely stunning, man. Like, I'm glad that they're taking this route, because honestly, I don't know what the future of Assassin's Creed holds for the franchise. I don't even remember the last game that came out, because I haven't played the last few personally. Excuse me. But, you know, the more and more I think about it, I might actually pick this up. It may not be a day one buy for me, but I think excuse me, Jesus. But I think eventually I will end up buying this.
It was Shadows. The samurai joint was the last.
That's what it was. Out. Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I don't know why something told me something else came out after that. But yeah, I think this is definitely gonna be a buy for me. I know the only thing I'm sort of kind of disappointed about is that they didn't bring the multiplayer for it, which I understand. You know, that's probably a larger undertaking, because multiplayer is actually pretty fun in this game, and you know, maybe they just wanted to focus on making the single player as good as it can possibly be, which I respect. You know, but we'll kind of see where this lands with the community itself. Like DC said, I think this is a good entry point if you've never played Assassin's Creed before, and if you like the naval combat and what was the boat game that came out that Ubisoft released?
Bones.
Skull and Bones. Yeah, Skull and Bones.
Which is on game.
Yeah, like the ship combat from Skull and Bones was basically inspired by this game. Like they took a lot of the tech from this game. So if you guys are fans of the Skull and Bones, not many are. Let's just be 100% honest. But if you guys like ship battles and stuff, it's pretty cool, man. And it's a core mechanic of the game, honestly. Like as you go between islands and stuff, and this game isn't like modern Assassin's Creed large, but it is a fairly meaty game. Like there's a lot of good content in the single player story. So yeah, quadruple a title. Yeah, right. Yeah, this is a good pick, man. I'm actually glad you brought this up. Like this is, I know Ubisoft hasn't done the best lately. A lot of their decisions lately have been not great. This will they, won't they sell, and all the controversy with the developers and some people being fired because of some conduct within the office and how they treat their employees. Is maybe they're trying to get some goodwill back. Maybe this was one of the reasons why they remade this game, because it was so well received. But ultimately, I hope this game does well. I believe it comes out pretty soon too, like in July, I want to say. Assassin's Creed Resynced. I'm pretty sure it comes out like July or August. Yeah, it comes out July 9th, so a little under a month when this is releasing. I think it's a perfect time too. Summertime. Ooh. Get it away from all those big fall releases. So yeah, if you guys are interested, like I said, man, I highly recommend you check it out, man. This is a pretty awesome game. So
look at that water. Look at that water.
Yeah, fighting during them storms and stuff, man. It was crazy, man. It's good times. All right, let's keep the theme going here. Next game I'm talking about is going to be Star Wars Galactic Racer, man. Gotta talk about this again. I am so upset right now because this comes out the same day as Gears, October 6th.
Ooh, somebody spending some money.
I'll just play Gears on Game Pass at that point. See, Game Pass has its merits, chat, if you guys are wondering. Because I could and this game, I don't think it's full price. I want to say this game might maybe $50. I could be totally wrong on that. Somebody fact check me, please. But I mean, this is just Burnout. This is Star Wars Burnout, man. Like, not a whole lot to say. Like, I'm so fucking excited for this game. Like, this is going to be
make this
so good.
They have to stick the landing with interesting. First of all, games like this is where they ruin it, right? And it's so simple to win with games like this. Customizations has to be on point. People love customizing shit.
I'm very curious
good
about
customizations. Customize your rider, customize your bike or whatever, your little space hoopty, whatever that shit is.
Speeders?
What are they called?
Speeders.
Beaters.
Pod racers or speeders?
Podders. Okay.
Pod racers.
Pod racers. Look, customize your driver, your potty, your. We need customizations. Give us a race building tool where you could build your own races, which Horizon did, which I didn't know. I just found out, which is freaking incredible. But yeah, customizations for the win. Also, when it comes out, we need a decent amount of maps or tracks, race tracks, whatever you want to call them, and very interesting race tracks. And you got a hit. I've seen games like this come out so many times and drop the ball because they were missing exactly what I just said. And this game looked like it got, dare I say, good bones. Because like you already have the fans of Star Wars, obviously, going to be attracted to this. And you got a winning formula here already. You just got to stick the freaking landing. I really hope that they go full on customization here, really let you create your own kind of player to kind of take online, challenge people and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have faith in this game and I really hope it do succeed because I feel like this can break up the monotony of the type of games that we play here within the community. Like, imagine all of us just like kind of space racing, killing each other and talking shit.
I'm so fucking jazzed for this. And I think there's a story. I mean, just based off the trailer, it looks like there's some sort of single player story, which I'm all for, man. I mean, they're hitting all the classic locales and planets from the Star Wars universe. And it looks like they have different classes of pod racers too, which I'm very excited about. There was one point I saw something that looked like like I said, like a speeder bike. And some of the more classic, you know, you have the pod racer. It looks like the Anakin drove. Like it looks like they're hitting all the right notes, man. Honestly, I don't need a map creator in this. You know, as long as the tracks themselves hold up and they release, you know, new ones at a pretty good clip, I'm fine with that. I'm not really big into creating races and stuff. Like I know that's a pretty good feature in Forza. I've seen some people make some pretty cool maps, but yeah, gosh, man, I'm there day one for this shit.
It just adds to the reason why I say that, because it just adds to like replay value.
Sure.
Because like the thing with Forza, when you're playing online, and I just found this out last night, which is crazy. Like I said, I found out that there is a map creator, and what you set up your game for is kind of like replayability, which I want this game to have. You know, it's probably going to have cosmetics to get that little extra bump in, you know, earnings or whatever. And so with replay value, you know, you can kind of get all that in together. And so I want this game to win. I want it to succeed. And I just don't want it to be like, you know, another just fart in the wind, because we don't have too many racing games like this. If you really think about it, like just fun combat kind of like racing games, like outside of like what Mario Kart that they've been, you know, only on Nintendo. But think about all the other systems. Like we don't really have kind of a combat fun racing game like this. So me being a person who like loves racing games, like I wanted to win. So whatever it takes for them to get this game out here and get some longevity out of it, I'm here for it.
It's a because I remember the last one that came out. I just had to look it up real quick. The last Star Wars style racing game like this that came out was in 1999. It was Star Wars Pod Racer. I remember playing the shit out of that as a kid, and I think that's probably, it's hitting some good nostalgia notes for me, man. And thank you, Winnie in chat. He did look up the price. This game is $60 standard, man. So it's under the current baseline price for a lot of games. You know, we're hitting the $70-$80 mark nowadays. So that lets me know that this is probably going to be a little bit more, I don't want to say like a smaller game, but more self-contained. I'm fine if they do cosmetics. I think that's probably honestly really smart of them to do that. Maybe sell some skins from, you know, from some more well-known characters in Star Wars that you can use online or something like that'd be pretty tight. But I'm definitely there day one, man. It's gonna be real tough picking between this and Gears on October 6th. Like maybe I'll just play both. I don't know.
I'm there with you, man. I might just to play with the homies. Yeah, I'm here for it.
Yeah, what day?
I'm ready for some racing.
It's a Tuesday. This game comes out on a Tuesday, so I'm probably taking.
And I'm really, really excited. It's actually kind of crazy how I'm actually really excited for Gears. And like I said, 4 and 5, like the last two was not for me.
Yeah,
I did not like them.
That's fair.
But I like the fact that, you know, he can jump in the prequel. I guess he forgot how to jump.
Bro, that's such a big thing in Gears.
but I forgot, like in the original series, did he forget how to jump? See, this is what my problem with prequels. Nah,
they were too heavy, man. They're too fat by then.
Oh, there you go.
Their suits were too big. No, I'm just kidding.
Too damn big. But I'm actually really excited for Gears, man. I really want to know like what happened on E-Day. Like I just excited to see like where the locusts come from, and you know, I feel like this is going to be a prequel that's actually a good prequel, because sometimes prequels are pretty doo-doo. Like they don't always work. But I feel like Gears, I feel like the lure for me with Gears is there to draw me to, you know, E-Day. So, and it looks good. The shit just looks good. The combat, everything looked good, man. So
yeah.
We're gonna be playing some good games, man.
October 6th for this one. Once again, if you guys are interested, we'll see you on the track if you are. All right, let's do one or two more each, because
near your birthday.
Running over, yeah, no, near my birthday boy.
We could do just a quick picks, real quick. We ain't got to deep dive into them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cool. We could do that. Yeah, so you can go. I think I know the next one I want to talk about. I don't imagine you've picked this one.
Oh yeah, I can't remember the name of it. Damn it, the dinosaur game. I really wanted to talk about that. I can't.
It was announced during SGF, right? Pretty sure.
I believe so.
Summer Game Fest 2020.
Yeah, I'm trying to look it up now. I won't be long-winded with this game. I just want to say that this game also gives me Alien vibes, like that survival, that true survival horror kind of vibe. And who doesn't love dinosaurs? Who the hell doesn't love dinosaurs? Come on, guys.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name of it either. It's gonna bother me until I find it.
I had it in my notes, and I'm looking at my notes like,
oh my gosh,
Death Ground? Was it Death Ground? The Lost Wild? What the hell? Let me see.
I'm having a brain fart. I know exactly what it's like right there on the tip of my brain.
I literally had this shit in
Lost
my notes.
Wild. Thank you, Weenie. I was gonna say something wild. Oh my gosh.
That's why Weenie is our number one moderator. That's why he's the number one moderator, because he does shit like this. Y'all don't know what Weenie does behind the scenes. He's our fucking hero. All right, watch your mouth when you're talking about Weenie.
It's an Annapurna game. Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. I'm remembering more.
First of all, who doesn't like dinosaurs? I'm gonna make it quick because we're running short on time. But hey, dinosaurs, scary environment, survival. Come on. I want to see what this game does. I want to see more before I say it's like a day one pickup for me. But if this game scares the living shit out of me, then I want it. Okay. I love being scared. I love playing scary games. And this does a mixture of, it just does everything right. Dinosaurs scary. Please kill me. I want to hide in the crack and cry. All of the above, man. It just looks good.
This does look interesting. I'm apprehensive about it. I don't know why. This is giving me Jurassic Park vibes, the book vibes, not the movies. If you guys know anything about the actual Jurassic Park books, they're basically horror stories with dinosaurs in them, which can be that could be pretty interesting angle. And like you said, who doesn't like dinosaurs? I'm very curious about this. Annapurna always, creates these very interesting one-off games. So I don't know if this is going to be in the same vein as a Jurassic Park, where you're kind of stuck in this gigantic facility with dinosaurs that have escaped. Or I do want to know more about the story itself, because it seems like there's some sort of connection this character has to the dinosaurs, not just liking them, but it seems like they're trying to figure something out, some big mystery, which is kind of interesting to me. But yeah, I kind of need to see more. I'm right there with you. I definitely need to see more of this to see kind of where it lands for me. Like I said, this original trailer didn't do a whole lot for me. But I'm very curious, because dinosaur games, they either do really well or they just don't do good, or they don't do good at all. Like
a lot of people were screaming Dino Crisis when this came
I was gonna say, Dino Crisis vibes 100%. Turok, if you guys have played any of those games, it's very. I'm curious what this is gonna be. Is this kind of just like survival horror where you don't have a lot of weapons or things to use? That's what it kind of looks like.
I hope so.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't look like you'll be.
I don't want to shoot at dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I don't want to really shoot at dinosaurs per se. I kind of want it in the vein of like a Resident Evil.
Sure.
To where it's very scarce on resources. I want it to where you have to really kind of like use your brain. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to make decisions on what you want to use and when you want to use it. You just not going around like willy-nilly with a gun and just shooting up dinosaurs.
Yeah. Winnie had the perfect metaphor. It puts it on my radar, but way out there. So yeah, I need to see more. I definitely want to see more of this because I'm curious.
So it's like a little bleep on your radar. It's not like a bleep, bleep, bleep.
Yeah,
bleep,
like
bleep.
if I'm in
It's
Alien
like
Isolation, it's the beep is kind of far away. Yeah. That's a perfect example.
Bleep.
You're an idiot.
Bleep. I'm a beeper. That's how it is on my radar. But what do you got, man? What do you got?
Honestly, man, this is gonna be real left field for me. But Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thieves.
You know what? Where is Flake in the chat?
I have a secret. These are like guilty pleasure games for me, man. You have a
secret love affair with Ace Combat? I
love fucking Ace Combat, bro. I don't know what it is about these games.
But you and teacher bro would get along well.
We might, I might need to talk because I haven't played I haven't played 7. I played a little bit of 6, but this just looks like Top Gun, the video game, and I'm all fucking for it, man. Like,
you know what I like about this game, though?
What's that?
Don't be afraid to add an over-the-top fucking storyline.
Yeah, I love the cheesiness of it.
Is like, I've had a long history with Ace Combat, and usually the themes and the story is kind of serious.
Yeah.
And I kind of like the campy, like extreme storytelling that the last couple of them has they kind of went in this weird direction. And you know what? I'm okay with that.
I love it,
man.
I
kind of like it.
Yeah.
Like you said, it does give you this Top Gun, ass in a chair doing loop-the-loops in the air kind of deal. Like,
Ace Combat has always been
man. I forgot about this game.
It looks like, and to give you a little bit of backstory, you're in this fictional country called Thieves. That you're basically it's a action. If you guys have seen a typical military style action flick, a la Top Gun, I think you guys will probably enjoy this. Like this is probably not going to be a day one pickup for me, but I will buy this at some point. I want to play this.
It's gonna be on Game Pass if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's even better. That's even better for me, man.
The last couple of Ace Combats was on Game Pass.
Yeah, this makes me want to get a flight stick, man, honestly, to play with. Like, that
would be fun.
I don't know what it is about these type of games. They come around every so often and they just catch my attention. And
I don't mind a game like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, this just looks freaking good, man. I don't know how else to explain it. This might just be the dude part of my brain. Guys love these type of things. Like, it's just hitting all the right notes for me, man. Like, I'm definitely excited for this shit. So yeah, I had to talk about this real quick.
No, it's funny that you picked that though. That's not a bad pick because I've played the majority of Ace Combats, and like I said, the first couple, actually, like maybe 1 through 4 was like very simulated. Like, they were hard. Like, I don't know if any of you guys played any of the beginning Ace Combat games. I want to say like 1 through 4, maybe even 5. But 1 through 4 was like very like the missions were freaking tough. There was zero room for error.
Yes.
Like, you do one thing wrong and there was no checkpoints.
Nope.
So
it'll be a start all the way over.
It'd be a 3-part mission. Like, hey, go here, bomb this, go there, bomb this, refuel, and then bomb that. And you get to the refuel point, crash, and guess what? You got to do all that shit over. And it was a very patient game. And then around 5, 6, and above, it started like with these crazy, like funny, just like not like funny haha, but just something different, like with the stories.
Campy stories.
Yeah, they just like the stories, almost like damn near like anime type characters. Like, you got these crazy characters, and this guy, he done flowed 65,000 missions and he's the best and he can split clouds, and you got these over the top characters and shit. And so, yeah, man, it's especially if it's on Game Pass, I will be playing it. Will I be purchasing this? I'm not gonna lie to you guys, probably not. This is probably gonna be one of them ass end games. Like,
yeah, that's
if fair. I see it for like $20 or something, will I be playing this straight out the gate with all the games that's coming? Probably not. It's probably last on my list. And I'm just being honest. It's not a slight.
No. These games have a very specific audience.
They're being made for a reason.
Yeah.
They're at what? This is 8. Yeah. Apparently somebody's playing these shits because they keep making them. It's like Fast and Furious in the air. That's what it is.
This is my Fast and Furious. Oh, I just realized that. That's crazy.
Air Furious. Drifting your plane through the buildings. Yeah. There you go.
This game is made for my dad. See, yeah, exactly, Sergey. You know it, man. It's made for older guys who love those 80s action movies, man. Like,
and your nickname and your dad nickname is Thunderbolt.
Yeah. And unfortunately, this comes out 4 days before Gears in Star Wars. So it comes out October 2nd.
You know damn well he not playing it when it first dropped.
If it's on Game Pass, I will 100%. I'll play this the first day it comes out. I'm not even gonna lie to you. If this is on Game Pass, this will get downloaded day one. 100%. But yeah, I just wanted to bring this up, man. This is just like a left field for me. I don't know. It did something good to my brain, man. Maybe because of Top Gun, like I said.
Hey, you need that feel good game, man. Sometimes you don't want to think. You don't want to overanalyze shit. Sometimes you just want to jump in the game, get a good laugh.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this is even when you flying, you're just like, yo, this feels great. This is some bullshit.
It just feels great. Yeah. Just those happy chemicals, man. I don't know. So
yeah, what do they call it? Dopamine?
Yeah.
Just want to feel good. Sometimes I just want to fucking fly a plane.
Shout out to Bandai Namco, man, for keeping the series alive. I love this shit. So
hey, shout out to the fans who keep playing the shit. They the ones keeping it going, man. We're going to get a 10, 11, and 12, too.
Oh, 100%. So, yeah, that was it, man.
Wait, let me ask you this. What would your call sign be, bro?
Ooh.
Hey, chat, what's y'all call sign?
Yeah, that's a good question. Let me get back to you on that. I got to think of a cool one, man.
Mine would be Shady Clouds.
Ooh, okay. That's actually kind of cool. Okay.
This is your pilot, Shady Clouds, coming in for a landing. Are we clear for landing?
That's so fucking. See, yeah, now we got to play this. Yeah. I got to get a helmet, chat. I got to get a pilot helmet. We're going to go full theme for this in October, 100%. We're dressing up as Top Gun in October. Done. That's awesome.
That's definitely my call sign, bro. Shady Clouds.
Shady Clouds. I like that a lot. Okay, that's fair. Nice.
The what? Okay.
The Parchment Professor.
But Weedy, it has to be. Well, I guess you could put all that on a helmet. Mine's kind of a long name too.
Weenie could just
because, like, remember Top Gun? What was it? Iceman, Maverick.
Maverick, yeah. Maverick's so fucking cold, else? Bro. That's cold. Bro.
Maverick is just so American. Maverick.
That's so freaking cold, bro.
That just sounds like Maverick sounds like he is the thief of the skies.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
No plane gets past Maverick. And Iceman, you know, my brother used, he is still in the chat. He used to call himself Iceman when he played football because he's a loser. But I think that's where he got it from. It was, I can't remember the rest of the call signs, but hey, that's homework, chat. Everybody come in here next week with their call signs. I'm not playing with y'all. Okay.
I'm gonna have to think of a good one. I got you. All right, man. Let's do one more each, I reckon. Then we can call it. If you have another one, if not, then I could just talk about the last one I got.
Ooh, we doing another one? Boy, you stretching this. Okay.
Nah, we can end it there, man. That's fine. I just did.
I'm actually kind of having fun. So, what was the game that they had with Tupac in it? I'm interested.
Stranger Than Heaven, yo. Stranger Than Heaven looks actually pretty good, man.
Hey, bro, I'm not mad at it, bro. I thought it was hilarious because it was so left field.
It looks insane in all the right ways, man. I don't know what the hell this game is about. You know what?
Just like you said about Ace Combat, right? Like sometimes you just want to cut that brain off. And this might be it for me. Like I was like, yo, this, because at first when I was like, what? Tupac? What is going on here?
Yeah.
But then I was just like, you know what? Cut your brain off and enjoy the ride.
Tupac and Snoop Dogg are in this, by the way. This is actually, this is giving me like Yakuza vibes, like just outrageous story, but the combat actually looks pretty tight, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it actually looks pretty cool. This was interesting.
Yeah, and the visuals too. Besides the outlandishness of it, I do like the way it gives me that 1980s kind of like, it was a good time for like those like karate kind of movies, the kung fu flicks.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why is Tupac in Japan? And I just don't understand. So he's not dead. He's been hiding in Japan the whole time.
He's in Japan since the 80s, guys.
Why ain't we get Biggie? Y'all might as well put Biggie in the game. We might as well go full.
He might be a DLC character or something. DLC.
He might be a sumo wrestler or something because he's like a big dude.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah, that'd be cool.
But yeah, it's just we got another little campy kind of video game here, guys, that I'm not going to take too serious. But I feel like, just like Yakuza surprised me once I learned how to play it, I feel like this game may be fun. I feel like, you just go in here and try it out, and it may be a game that surprises us all. It may not. It may be like not the best game, but I just kind of want to know like really what's going on with the characters. That's what drew me in. Like, I want to know, is Tupac a 2-second cameo where he comes in and just probably talks and do nothing? Or is this like part of the game? Is he a enemy? Is he like a friend? Like, it's just a lot going on here. And I feel like, actually, besides that, I feel like there's a good story here. And I am a sucker for a good story. So I want to really see what the story is. I kind of want to see what the story is. Like I said, Yakuza, once you learn that it is not a beat 'em up or brawler, and you learn that it is an RPG, the games are actually fun. Like, when I first played that game, I seriously thought like it was just like a Streets of Rage. You run around beating people up.
Sure.
And when I started playing it, I was like, this is so stupid. Like, what am I doing? Then when I realized it was like, oh, okay, this is an RPG. Then I started playing it. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. But anyway, back to this game. Yeah, man, that's my kind of wild pick out of the blue there. Let's see what's happening here, man. I want to see more.
Yeah,
obviously we'll be keeping up with this.
Yeah, 100%.
And a lot of people had a lot to say because, like, I had so many people hitting up my phone like, yo, did you see this game? Like, why is Tupac in this game? I was like, what? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Then I looked it up, and yeah, because you just got he's just so out of place. You just got this black guy.
Him and Snoop Dogg are gonna be probably best friends or something, or it's definitely interesting. It seems like it's telling a classic story of Yakuza in fighting, or it looks like a story of revenge. And it comes out January 15th, so it's not super far away.
Yeah, and then Tupac might be like the Bro-kuza or something like that. I don't know. We don't know what we're gonna get here, man.
Yeah, gonna be cool though.
But I love, you know what? Fuck it. I love the fact that people are just doing stupid shit like this. Yeah, like awesome. It's better. Because we always complain about, oh, we getting the same games, oh, blah, 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 blah. Hey, let people be weird. Hopefully it's good enough to where the weird sticks.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope this game does well. I'm definitely going to be checking it out. I'm not sure if it's on Game Pass or anything, but like I said, it comes out January 15th, 2027, so not super far away. Top of the year, give this game some time to breathe. Maybe it'll get the attention it deserves. I like this. This is a good pick, man. This is a good pick.
Yeah, the Bro-kuza is real. All right, it's here.
All right, last game for me. I wanted to bring this game up because I had to show a little love to Nintendo today, because this actually caught me by surprise. I'm not gonna lie. This is definitely my style of game as far as art style and everything. This game's called Orbitals.
Yeah, this is your bag.
Yeah, real. So this is if you guys remember, It Takes Two. This is a co-op style game.
Dope.
Yeah, and it's in the style of like classic 80s, 90s anime, and I just love what they're doing from a gameplay perspective, and it seems like these characters actually have some interesting personalities. I'm not sure too much about the story itself, but it seems like you're on some sort of ship. You're either scavengers or you're I can't remember exactly what the story itself is about, but I just love the way this game looks, man. That was the first thing that caught my eye, was like I said, the 2D/3D art style and in that classic 80s, 90s anime look. It's definitely something I want to play. Unfortunately, it's only on Switch 2, so I'll have to buy a Switch 2 at some point to play this. But like, I don't know. Everything about this just looks, it's just super cool, man. Like, the last couple games we talked about are things that are kind of outside of our wheelhouse. But I'll give Nintendo credit where credit's due. Outside of everything else that was announced, this was for Nintendo at their Direct. This was really the only thing I was interested in. I know there's a lot of people interested in Ocarina of Time. We've been over this. I don't care.
I got something to say about that too. But carry on.
I think Ocarina of Time is going to do super well. I know there are a lot of people excited about it. I'm not a Zelda guy, man. Like I said, I missed the boat on that growing up. But I know a lot about the Zelda lore. I could talk to you guys about that. But as far as playing the games, that's not something I've really.
Zelda might be a good book read for you. I think you would like if it had a book version.
I know Zelda. Like I know an embarrassing amount about the Zelda lore. I'm gonna just be 100% honest, and you're probably right.
That's interesting because it's like you know so much about Zelda, but the games do not interest.
They don't do it for me, man. They just don't. I don't know how to explain it. Like I know a lot about the timelines. I know a lot about I know a lot about it. It's weird. Yeah.
Man, yeah, if Teacher Bro was in here, he would be offended because that's his jam.
Yeah. And no disrespect to anybody that loves Zelda. I played Breath of the Wild. A lot of people give me shit every time I say it. It was boring. It was a boring game.
It didn't leave you breathless?
No, it didn't. Probably breathless from the boredom, probably.
I remember, didn't you try to stream that? I remember.
Yeah, I streamed it for a little bit and I played it a little bit off stream.
Oh, yeah.
I gave it a fair shake. I got about 5 or 10 hours in and I was just like, yeah, it's not for me.
I was watching Krista play that and that's like,
it
was the toughest watch I ever watched in my life.
Yeah, it's not, it doesn't stream well. I'm just being honest, man. I don't think the game streams well. There's not a whole lot to do in the open world. In Breath of the Wild 1. I don't know about the second game. But in the first game, it's just kind of empty. And that's like my biggest pet peeve with open world games. If there's not really
just emptiness.
I think it was a game for the fans. Once again, perfectly fine. And that's probably why I didn't jive with it. So not for me. I know a lot of people are excited for Ocarina of Time. Nintendo has kind of been in this weird space with their first party stuff, so we'll see if Ocarina can live up to the hype, because unfortunately Metroid Prime 4 did not live up to the hype at all, which is disappointing for me because I remember playing the first two on GameCube and I love Metroid Prime 1 and 2. So I don't know, this was just the one for me, I guess, the one out of all the games they showed. So I figured I'd cap off the episode with this because I just love the art style.
And you know what? Just before we I guess I could say it during my closing statement, so we could just go ahead and close this thing because I got something to say, man.
Okay. But yeah, so that's the best of the rest, guys. Obviously, me and DC did not cover even a tenth of all the games that were announced last week. If there was something that you're excited about that we didn't talk about, let us know, man, because we'll look into it and we could possibly talk about it next weekend or the weekend after that. But I think this was probably one of the strongest years in recent memory for games announcements, releases, dev interviews. I had a lot of fun watching a lot of these shows. I'm just being honest. Like, this was giving me kind of old E3 vibes. And I miss that. I will always say it. Yeah, I miss E3, man. But this was cool from, shout out to the big three, all the studios that got to announce their games. Support the developers you care about. We already know how ruthless this industry is, and it's important that we do that. Support the games that you love, otherwise the studio might close. It's an unfortunate truth, but as we are leaving, thank you guys for hanging out. I do want to remind everyone that it is Men's Mental Health Month as well as Pride Month. But I specifically wanted to highlight Men's Mental Health Month because it's not something that we talk about enough as a people. I know a lot of men keep a lot of things bottled up, things that they need to talk to others about. They feel like the weight of the world is on our shoulders. And it feels like that a lot. It's something me and DC constantly talk about. We can fight in each other as well as our friends and family. I talk to my wife about this stuff all the time. You know, especially nowadays, you know, where mental health is you know, I don't think it's, even though we've had some great progress in that field, I think that there is still much farther to go. So, you know, if you ever need to talk to someone, you know, please reach out to your loved ones. You know, you could reach out to us in the community. You know, even if you just need to vent, you know, sometimes that helps. And like I said, I just wanted to bring that up because, you know, there are men that kill themselves every day, you know, that don't feel like they have anyone that they can rely on, because we're the ones usually, you know, have other people relying on us, and we never get to talk about our problems. So just wanted to, like I said, just wanted to highlight that, man. So hug, you know, if you got a man in your life that needs a hug, or you may not know they need a hug them anyway, because you never know what that'll do.
Just a breast hugging, baby. Get in there.
Yeah.
Hug them. Hug them tight.
Important stuff. So just wanted to highlight that real quick. Don't really have a whole lot else. Thank y'all for hanging out for episode 272, man. We will be back next week. No special episode next week unless something absolutely insane happens. So we'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming. If it's a slow week, maybe we'll talk about some of the other games that we're excited about, maybe on a deeper level.
We'll keep talking about games.
Yeah, you know, maybe we'll talk about some developer interviews, some newly released information, because there's still stuff coming out about games that were announced. So that's it. You guys can find me everywhere, Darius the Artist. Follow me everywhere. Make sure you guys share the podcast with someone that you love. If you thought this was a great episode,
bring a friend to the chat. Let us talk to them. We like to talk to new people.
Yeah. So
why am I sounding like that?
Yeah, please stop. Thank you guys for hanging out. DC, take us home.
Well, my brother has hit all the points and some. Mental health, men, women, ladies. Sometimes life likes to fuck ya. It does. Sometimes it really do. But we got to keep pushing on, baby. We got to keep pushing on, because we are destined for greatness. No matter what your greatness is, no matter what your path is, keep pushing toward that. Hopefully we have built the safe space for you to come, relax, chill, get it off your chest. I love it here, and I love you guys. And I just want people to be good, man. At the end of the day, I just wish everyone well. I know we all going through our own personal struggles. We fight shit behind the scenes that nobody knows about. I just want people to be well. Sometimes, like yesterday, I'll just have a moment of transparency. I got off work. I was just driving around. I got one of them good ugly cries in, man. I was just driving, just listening to my music, and I just cried. I don't fucking know why I cried. It felt good. I rolled down my windows. I'm just driving around Midtown somewhere. I'm just driving. I guess shit builds up, and you just get to a point where you fucking cry, and that's okay, you know. And I'll be fine, because life is not going to hold me down. I fight back. You fuck me, I fight back. That's just how I am. But
oh dear,
the fact that I could share this with y'all also is a good way for me to kind of let it out and cope. And I want you guys to don't hold that shit in, man. If you have a significant other or whoever you can confide in, go to that person. Now, one more thing before I go. These Zelda, what was it? Ocarina of Time, whatever the fuck that shit was.
Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina, Macarena,
okay,
whatever.
Okay. Ocarina.
Look, I'm gonna say this real quick so we can get out of here. Some of y'all reactions was trash. I'm just gonna say it. Y'all was faking. Stop faking these reactions, because it's noticeable. Real reactions, I'm not talking about y'all, the fans who were genuinely excited for it. I love you guys. I know that's y'all jam, but there's some fakers out there. Get it together. Stop making that kind of content. You're better than that. You can do better than that. And that's all I got to say, guys.
Oh, dear.
Love you guys.
Thank you guys for hanging out for the audio version. If you guys are in chat, stick around. We're going to play some games as usual, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.